I'm thrilled to be joined today by Tami Bowling of METAvivors of New Jersey. Tami, thanks for joining me.
Sure, happy to be here.
Tell me, what is METAvivors of New Jersey?
METAvivors of New Jersey is a local chapter of METAvivors Research and Support, and we primarily function on Facebook. We currently have over 500 members, and it's meant to be a place where anyone affected by metastatic breast cancer can come to find resources on information and really feel part of the community. It was designed not just for patients, but really for family and friends to be able to understand metastatic breast cancer in a digestible format. For example, when I was diagnosed with this disease, I didn't want to send my mother or my brother articles on the statistics. But I thought, well, what if I create a group where I can post research, I can post ways to advocate, and I can post information, and people can consume it at the rate that they're comfortable with.
That's a great perspective. Sounds like you're working on easier ways or better ways to enable people to understand the disease and create awareness. Is that fair?
Absolutely, and to take action. We do a lot in terms of advocacy and trying to work on creating better laws for people living with metastatic breast cancer.
Well, listen, talk about creating awareness. I want you to tell me about the big event you have coming up on October 13, Light Up MBC. Go ahead.
Yes, so we're very excited about Light Up MBC this year. This was a campaign designed by More Fight, More Strong when a woman by the name of Jessica Moore was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer at the age of 32 and unfortunately passed away 4 years later. And it was her vision that we illuminate landmarks in the metastatic symbolic colors of pink, teal, and green to help raise awareness and education surrounding the disease. This year, Light Up MBC is illuminating over 115 landmarks across the United States and Canada. In fact, we're in 96 cities, and we're proud to have many places in New Jersey participating.
Wow. And I want to clarify what we're talking about. We're shining the colors that symbolize awareness for MBC on these landmarks with giant lights, right? Whether the bridge or things. So tell me, people can drive by and see this. They can come physically, obviously during the pandemic, socially distant and safely, but they can come visit these buildings, right?
Absolutely. They can visit the buildings, but and we hope people do come out those nights just to see these landmarks lit up. The goal of the campaign is to drive funds for METAvivors Research and Support. They're a 501c3 nonprofit that specifically funds research for stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. And we want everybody around the world to be able to see these landmarks light up. And that's why this year, for the first time, we've created Light Up MBC Live, where you can actually tune in to the website, metavivor.org on the homepage, or to METAvivors Facebook Live channel, where you'll be able to see a program that begins at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will feature stories of people living with metastatic breast cancer, as well as musicians, entertainment, and then we are actually going to zoom in our Light Up MBC ambassadors who will be standing in front of these landmarks around the country so that you can get a glimpse of how powerful it is.
Wow, amazing. Tami, you have a lot of local connection to your effort and the campaign this year. Can you tell me some of the local people that have been touched by MBC and how they're getting involved?
Yes, actually, Mayor Al Smith of Scotch Plains lost his wife to metastatic breast cancer. And the evening of the live stream, we will be zooming him into the program where he can stand in front of the municipal complex to discuss that. In addition, in front of the James Ward Mansion, we will have Kristen Lichtenthal, who lost her mom to this disease. And her son is actually doing his bar mitzvah project to raise funds for METAvivors Research and Support. Congrats, Jonah, for already raising over $5,000.
I'd like to To back up a second, if you don't mind, can you help me demystify what metastatic breast cancer is? Of course, we refer to this as MBC.
Metastatic breast cancer means that the cancer has actually left the breast and traveled to other parts of the body, primarily the lungs, liver, bones, and brain. And when that happens, once the breast cancer leaves the breast, that's what makes it stage 4. And that's what makes it incurable. Nobody really dies of early stage breast cancer. It's curable. You can have a mastectomy, surgery, chemo, radiation, and there's a light at the end of that tunnel, right? If it's stage 0 or 1 or 2 or 3, it's still in your breast. And once it spreads, there is no cure. And right now, only 5% of overall breast cancer research funding goes to stage 4 research. And that's a huge problem because 20 to 30% of early stage breast cancers, even after a mastectomy and even after successful treatment, those early stage breast cancers return as stage 4, and then there's no cure. Once someone is diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, the average life expectancy is 2 to 3 years. And we need more treatment options to turn this from a deadly disease into a chronic one. And that's exactly what METAvivors Research and Support does. They solely fund research for stage 4 metastatic breast cancer research, and 100% of donations go to MBC Research.
Thank you for that. I think it's very important to hear those details. So Tami, you have a social media challenge for this campaign. Tell me about that.
Yes, we do. Starting October 1st, you'll be able to either download a frame called Who Lights Up Your Life from Facebook, or just simply post about someone who's made a difference in your life. You simply tag their name and you add the donation link, www.metavivor.org/lightupmbc, to help us create awareness for this disease and raise funds for METAvivors Research and Support.
I really look forward to tuning into the live stream of Light Up MBC on October 13th.
Thanks, Brian, for having me.